Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if this is your first time here. I am your host, Downey James. If you are new here, please remember to like, subscribe and comment. Hit the bell for notifications, that way you don't miss any sort of notification for any future updates from my channel. Just last night, Marvel Studios, on Saturday evening, had a huge ComicCon presentation where they announced that Robert Downey Jr. Well, they announced the budget of it, that Robert Downey Jr. himself, who played Iron Man for many years in the MCU, is coming back to the MCU, but he's playing a different character known as Victor Von Doom, aka Dr. Doom, in the MCU movie Avengers Doomsday, which will be coming out in May 2026. But with that being said, let's get on with today's episode, shall we? Jr. is returning to the Marvel Cinematic Universe as Dr. Doom in a new Avengers movie titled Avengers Doomsday, which will be directed by Joe and Anthony Russo in their own Marvel return. The directing duo is on deck to helm two new Avengers movies. One, Doomsday, which will introduce Victor Von Doom / Dr. Doom, and Avengers Secret Wars. Well, Downey had said in recent interviews that he would be open to returning to Marvel. Fans neutrally assumed that he would come back as Iron Man / Tony Stark. Robert Downey Jr. / Iron Man is what helped kick the MCU off the ground and make it into a huge success as it is today, or at least played a huge part in that success that it is today. If Iron Man was never a success and nobody bought Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark / Iron Man, the MCU would be an utter failure and it would be a $30 billion franchise as it is today. As it is right now, thanks to Deadpool Wolverine, Downey's return as the villainous Victor Von Doom comes as a massive shock to the fandom, including the ecstatic audience at Marvel's presentation at San Diego ComicCon. Downey made a victorious appearance to Hall H on Saturday evening to reveal his return. And the best part about this, the fans went absolutely nuts. They were all shouting for Robert Downey Jr. I watched a YouTube video of the presentation, and even before it was announced that Robert Downey Jr. would be returning to the MCU, but would be playing Dr. Von Doom, there were some people in the audience who were like, Robert Downey Jr. And like, straight away they knew, which was really cool to see. Like even though it was not unveiled yet, fans still knew, or still probably guessed it was going to be Robert Downey Jr., which I thought was an interesting surprise. Even though there's been rumour after rumour since Endgame, where Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man died, spoiler alert, fans have been like speculating on when he could return, how he could return, in all sorts of ways. So the fact that, even though Victor Von Doom was not cast yet and no official announcement was made, people saw Robert Downey Jr. in their minds. Downey's first appearance as the Playboy Super Genius Stark came in 2008's Iron Man, which was the first installment in the interconnected Marvel Cinematic Universe devised by Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige. Over the next 11 years, Downey would reprise the role in 10 Marvel films, including Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3, The Incredible Hulk, The Avengers, Captain America Civil War, Avengers Age of Ultron, Spider-Man Homecoming, Avengers Infinity War, and of course Avengers Endgame. Endgame featured the death of Iron Man. Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige stressed to Vanity Fair that last December that he had no interest in messing with Downey's emotional exit. We are all going to keep that moment and not touch that moment again, Feige said at the time about Iron Man's death. We all worked very hard for many years to get that, and we would never want to magically undo it in any way. Now, I am happy to hear that, because with the whole multiverse story that Marvel has been doing over the last couple of years, they could have easily gone and done a story like that, such as they traveled to like another universe, and somewhere out there there's an Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr. character who's still alive and never went through the events of Endgame. So you could have done that, sure. That would be like the easy route, the lazy route in my opinion. But I'm glad they're not touching on it. Nope, he died. That's that. In terms of this universe, he died. He's not coming back as Iron Man. But instead, in another universe, he's going to be playing a different character. Yeah, the actor's coming back, but he's going to play a whole different character. And fun fact as well, Robert Downey Jr. auditioned for the role of Victor Von Doom back in 2005's Fantastic Four movie, which was held by Fox Studios at the time. He didn't get the role for whatever reason, and it went to someone else. But of course, all worked out because then he went on to play Iron Man a couple of years later, which was really cool, and we could all agree that worked out very well for everyone involved. So I'm happy to see that Robert Downey Jr. has gotten an opportunity to come back to the MCU. I didn't think it'd be so early, because, he hasn't been gone that long, if you think about it. But he's come back than most people had expected. Like, this is sort of like a twist, if you will, or in terms of how people expected Robert Downey Jr. to come back to the MCU. Some people, however, do have some valid criticism, where they were saying, is it going to be too confusing for the casual audiences who don't know anything about the multiverse, who don't understand why Robert Downey Jr., who died in Endgame, if they saw Endgame that is now playing a different character? There's going to be a lot of confusion for a lot of people. Sure, there is that. But at the same time, look on YouTube. There's going to be loads of different videos explaining this situation. There's comic books out there that you can read that will help ease your mind, if you will. A little bit of research. It's not asking too much. Try and find some research out there. Ask a friend or a family member who might be wowing deep in the Marvel Universe in terms of comics and the movies and whatnot. So that way then, you won't be too confused. There might be some confusion still, but it is what it is. That's one of the beautiful joys of comic book stories. So, yeah. The actor had been quite open this year about his interest in coming back to the franchise. Speaking to Esquire magazine after his Oscar win for Oppenheimer, the actor was asked if he would ever return to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, now that he is officially an Academy Award winner. The actor didn't hesitate to answer yes. Happily, it's too much a part of my DNA, Downey said. That role chose me, and look, I always say never bet against Kevin Feige. It's a loser bet. He's the house. He always wins. The Victor Von Doom news continues. A huge year for the actor. His performance as Louis Strauss in Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer won him the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor in March. Recently, Downey featured in the cast of Park Chan-wook's miniseries The Sympathizer, which I need to watch. I keep meaning to watch it because I haven't got around to it. On HBO, where he plays CIA operative Claude and several other roles. He earned an Emmy nomination for supporting actor in a limited series or anthology. Another interesting parallel between Iron Man, the character, and Victor Von Doom, Dr. Doom, is that they're both incredibly smart, wealthy, and both tech geniuses. So it's interesting to see those. So it's going to be interesting to see how Robert Downey Jr. can separate the Iron Man character away from his performance as Victor Von Doom. With those things I mentioned, such as both being tech geniuses, both wealthy and incredibly smart gentlemen, it's going to be quite confusing as well. Just for some of us, it's going to be like, well, wait a minute, is he playing like another different version of Iron Man? Or is he actually trying to play this Dr. Doom character? But one thing that separates, I don't know much about the Victor Von Doom character, so I just want to say that right off the bat. One thing that separates, though, Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man from Victor Von Doom is that Victor Von Doom is also magic based as well. So science and magic, which is a rather interesting combo. So I think that's going to separate his performance as Iron Man as well. And personally, I love Robert Downey Jr. as an actor. The guy's very charismatic, he's very cool, and his performance in Oppenheimer was really great. And it was really great to see him get so much success post MCU. Because we've all seen it before. Once you're a part of a big franchise, no matter what the franchise is, it's hard for fans to separate the actor from that character. So when you go on to other projects, in movies or TV, fans don't really support you or support your project in the same way they would as though you were playing a Marvel character or Star Wars character or whatever it may be. But thankfully, Robert Downey Jr. has successfully managed to break out of our bubble to have box office success. He's gone on to win multiple awards, and now he's got other roles coming up as well. And he's doing other things such as a TV show on HBO with The Sympathizer, where he's playing multiple different characters. He's getting an award nomination for that. I'm happy to see the Russo brothers back as well, because they've been a big part of the MCU just as much as Robert Downey Jr. Gone during Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Then they directed Captain America: Civil War, then Infinity War, then Endgame before leaving the MCU for a little while. So it's cool to see them back, and they go on to do other projects as well. And I'm really happy to see them back because I feel like they just fit well with Marvel. I'm personally happy all around. I'm very intrigued to see the future of Marvel, post Deadpool Wolverine. So now, next year, so what do you think about this news? Are you happy Robert Downey Jr. is coming back to the MCU but as a different character? Do you feel he can play a really well Victor Von Doom while separated it from the character of Iron Man? What do you think about the Russo brothers coming back? MCU movie that they've done? But with that being said, thank you all for listening to today's episode. Let me know your comments down below. And until next time, take care, stay safe, I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye for now.